Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and we are doing part two of chapter three of Gretchen Rubin's book, Inner Order, Outer Calm. No, Outer Order, Inner Calm. Gosh, I am so tired. Okay, that's the name of it. So anyway, this book helped me when I was doing the minimalism game. It helped me to really kick it into high gear and really get rid of some stuff. And when I started doing that, I thought about it and I thought, I need to share some of the really cool things in this book with all of you. And of course, I'm not going to be able to go into everything, but if you like what I am saying, you will probably want to read the book itself. It's very, very good. She has a lot of books. She has a podcast. I really like Gretchen Rubin. I think she's wonderful. So anyway, let's get started. We are on part two. This is the chapter about knowing yourself and knowing others, because clutter isn't the same with everybody. The way that people declutter isn't the same. The clutter that bothers you isn't going to be the clutter that bothers somebody else. It's different for everybody. And the thing is what she stresses is this is your house to do how you want to do it. You really can't just take a formula that somebody else does and then do that, because that might not work for you. So you got to find your own way. And so I really like the way that she puts this. And so part two, this is just picking it up where I left off last week. But the next thing that she was talking about is reconsidering gift giving. When we give gifts to people, a lot of times, I think we've all gotten gifts that we didn't need, we didn't want, we don't know what to do with it, we're not using it. Most of the people that are close to you, you do know them, but do you really know them? I don't know. Last year, my boyfriend and I, we gave his kids gift baskets that had food from my store. A lot of it was from my store. It was consumables, it was things that weren't going to sit around and be on a shelf somewhere, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to spend money, you could actually go over to somebody's house and do a chore for them. Give of your time and not your money. Experiences, spending time together, hiking in a park or something like that. I would much rather have actual time with my loved ones than them giving me something. I love things that are given to me. I am very easy to please. I love stuff, but spending time with family, the older I get, the more that's the kind of thing that I really, truly enjoy. And so, yeah, reconsider gift giving. Number two, you have to think about, do you care? There are you could have your whole house decluttered except for one area that just really doesn't bother you. When it gets cluttered, it could be the entryway. That could be a place. Now, that was a place that always drove me crazy. But somebody else, it might not bother them at all. And if there's an area of clutter that does not bother you and you don't care about it, you don't need to declutter it if you don't want to. That's the cool thing. You have permission, because so many times you think, okay, I got to declutter my whole house. No, if there's one part that really doesn't bother you, forget about it. Don't do it. That was very freeing, actually. Ooh, a marathoner or a sprinter. When you're decluttering, there are people who are marathoners. I would classify myself that way. I could do decluttering 15 minutes to a half an hour every day. Slow but steady. Sprinters are going to want to go down to the basement and clean the whole basement in a weekend. But if that's what you like to do, then that's okay. Be free to be yourself. That's the most important thing. Oh, underbuyer and overbuyers. Overbuyers, I'm an overbuyer. Overbuyers buy big quantities of things that last a long time, like toilet paper, laundry detergent, dishwashing liquid, fabric softener sheets, those kind of things. They last a very long time. You buy a lot of them. And I'm a person who likes to have these things. And I look at these things and I'm like, okay, I don't have to go into the store for a long time to buy those things. And I like that. Now, an underbuyer are people who are going on a ski trip and they have to buy ski gloves on the morning that they're going. They need a swimming suit, but when they go to buy it, it's like right in the middle of swimsuit season. They're not thinking ahead. They're kind of like, oh my gosh, I've got to go buy this. And what she pointed out, and I did not think about this, but you would think that an underbuyer, we already know overbuyers can have a lot of stuff, but underbuyers can also have a lot of stuff because they underbuy. And because they underbuy, they can't get rid of the things that they do have because they think, well, I might need that. They kind of hold on to their stuff even more because they're not somebody who's going out and shopping a lot. I got to keep what I got because I'm not going out and getting more. I know. It's strange but true. Oh, if you're feeling blue, clean a room. I have to say that's worked for me. That has worked for me. Um, I remember the Mary Tyler Moore show, and she was talking about her mother, and she said that when she got upset, her mother would just put her in a room, and to make herself feel better, she'd clean the room up. And I remember hearing that. I thought, I could see myself doing that. I have been very upset at times, and usually that's when I start cleaning out a closet and throwing stuff away. I remember I had a boss one time that I got so annoyed with that I literally went home that night. It was summer. Went home that night and went all the way around the perimeter of my house and pulled every weed with a vengeance because I was so mad. I was so mad. And I can't even remember what I was mad about, but I was mad about something. And I literally, but by the time I got done going all the way around my house, my landscaping looked pretty good. So that can happen, you know? If you're feeling blue, if you're feeling angry, you could do that. Um, oh, unidentified clutter. That has been, yeah, I have felt stuck by that. If you're, this can happen at work a lot. There's stuff that just needs to be cleared out, but you don't know who it belongs to. And you can't just pitch it because it's not yours. So you don't feel like it's really yours to throw away. But yet you're looking at this clutter and it's driving you crazy. There's unidentified clutter. Oh, Beware of messy commons. Those are the common areas in our house that, I mean, because each bedroom, whoever has a bedroom, they know that that's their responsibility because it's their bedroom. You could have some certain chores that are set up in the kitchen. If one person cooks, the other person does the dishes, that kind of thing. But in the common area, like the living room or the family room, that can be a real point of mess. And nobody is actually, the family room belongs to everybody. So you can end up having people who come in there and they really don't care about cleaning up after themselves, doing anything because, I don't know, somebody else will clean it up. So you have to watch out for those spots. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Yeah. Reorganizing. Oh, recognizing. Recognizing your limits. You, as long as you're just working at it and clearing the clutter, your house doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be better. And that's good enough, you know? Secondhand clutter. You can have clutter, you can have stuff in your house that you're holding for somebody else. That's not fun. Now, right now, my boyfriend does have a lot of his stuff here. We are going to go through all of it and we are going to eventually get rid of some of what's there and then organize what's left. We still are in the process of doing that. So, down in my basement, I do have a whole area that's kind of being held with a lot of his stuff. There is clutter blindness. And I know somebody who is clutter blind. They don't see it. They could be in the midst of a horrible mess and they just don't see it. Where everybody else, it's pretty evident, but they don't see it. And that is hard, even though a clutter blind person will eventually, all of a sudden, clean it up. It might not stay that way for very long, but eventually they do something about it, which is good. But yeah, I know somebody like that. She talks about the dishwasher. Dishwashers, I think, are a point of contention for most people. I don't have a dishwasher presently, but I remember when my mom and dad got one, it was one of those portable ones that you rolled over to the sink and hooked it up. My mom wouldn't let anybody load that dishwasher except for her because it had to be loaded a certain way. And anybody else who loaded it was not going to be loading it up to her standards. I hated the dishwasher. I hated unloading it. This was back in the 70s when they had their first dishwasher. I hated the dishwasher. My sister loves the dishwasher. I hate them. I remember my mother scraping the dishes, rinsing the dishes, loading the dishes, then running the dishwasher, and then the dishwasher would be done, and then you had to unload the dishwasher. It's like, man, all you have to do is just fill up a sink of soapy water, and you could wash your dishes in 5 to 10 minutes and be done. I don't understand. I do not understand the fascination of a dishwasher. Any of you who love a dishwasher, say something in the comments. If you hate a dishwasher, if you agree with me, put something in the comments. I would love to hear what you all think about dishwashers. But when someone has them, it's a point of, it's a real bone of contention in who loads it. Somebody doesn't load it quite right, and she even talks about consulting the manual together to try to figure out what's the right way to do it. I just don't like doing it. I hate them. Oh, different people's clutter is different than yours. What is clutter to you, where that clutter is, whether it bothers you, whether it doesn't, that is totally different for each person. And you can, like I said earlier, you don't have to take care of clutter that does not bother you. Don't worry about it. That is it for chapter 3. And I guess I have a few minutes. I can talk about my weekend. This last weekend was wonderful. Sunday night, we got to see my boyfriend's grandson play his soccer game. They won. His youngest granddaughter that his daughter has is 5. We got to spend time with her. That was really precious. I was playing tag and all these different games, and I was feeling good at the time. But man, the next day, the fact that I'm 66 kind of hit me. It was like, oh my gosh, my body was saying, don't do that. But I had so much fun. I did. I had so much fun. And then the next day, we got to see 2 of his other granddaughters who are 3 and 2, and we got to spend time with them. And then the next day, I got to see my grandson, who's 2. And it was just 3 days of grandchildren, and it was really fun. It was really fun to see all of them. This next weekend, my boyfriend's mother turns 90, and they're having a big party for her, and it's going to be really special. And I tell you, she is the sweetest woman. I love her so much. I really do. The mother-in-law that I had her for 20 years, and it took a while for us to forge a relationship, but we did have a good relationship when she passed away after 20 years of being mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. But I have to say that when I met my boyfriend's mother for the very first time, it'll be 8 years ago, Christmas Eve, and I had a rapport with her, an acceptance by her of me immediately. And she has been really wonderful to me. And I mean, when I met him, because my mom, it's her heavenly birthday today. When I met him 8 years ago, my mom had already been gone for 4 years. Yeah, she'd already been gone for 4 years. So I met him. He's 5 years older than me. I didn't expect his mother to still be living, but she still is. And I was so thrilled because I just didn't think that there would be a living parent. I was so happy. And so anyway, she's a very precious, very precious woman. I love her very much. And I do miss my mom. She's been gone for 12 years. Yeah. I can't believe she's been gone for 12 years. She was 84. So anyway, but anyway, Mama Jean is what I call her, my boyfriend's mother. And she is going to be 90. But the really weird thing is that her birthday is on the same day as my mother-in-law's birthday. I remember when I first met him, and I said, "When's your mom's birthday?" And he said, "October." And I said, "My mom's birthday was in October." I thought how strange it would have been if it would have been the same day as my mom's. And then when he told me, I looked at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, she has the same birthday as my mother-in-law did. Life can really be funny. The other funny thing is my ex-husband and my boyfriend both have the same name. That's unusual too. Yeah. But anyway, then after her party, Saturday afternoon, his oldest granddaughter is in her school play. So we're going to see that night. So this coming weekend, this coming Saturday is really going to be a really special big day. Big day. But anyway, that's all I have to say for now. So, like I always say, like, subscribe, comment, share maybe, if you have found value. The next chapter, let me look. Ooh. The next chapter in this book that we're going to be talking about next week is cultivating helpful habits. And good habits are a good thing. They can change your life. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. And maybe I can fit it into one video. I don't want the videos to be too long. You know, everybody's got a life to live, and, you know, you guys are busy and everything, but I appreciate everybody who has subscribed, everybody who views, everybody who comes back and watches. I'm just so thrilled. I am so thrilled. And I'm so happy to be doing this, and I just enjoy it so much. So I hope to see you in the next video. So like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time, bye.